Hello again, my name's Crystal and I just wanted to share another dream from my dream journal. This one I had November 20th, 2020. So it started out that I was on a train and the train had stopped at my garden. And gardens in my dreams refer to ministry or perhaps the church. In this dream, my garden looked like two raised garden beds. They were close to the same size, quite small, but different shapes. One had a giant pine tree in the garden box, and it was very, very dark outside. And even through the darkness, I could see that there was like little plants growing in my garden boxes, and I was just amazed. I was like, what? I haven't even planted any seeds yet, and there were seeds growing. So I was just like, whoa, this is so amazing. And it wasn't just weeds, it was like actually useful plants, and there were so many of them, not just one here and one there. That it was full. It was almost full, completely full, those two garden beds. There was room for just very few seeds that could grow up, so I filled in the little space with seeds. And I realized that these little plants that were growing were from seeds that had fallen on the soil like quite a while ago, but they never took root until now. I was a little concerned though, because the weather was still cold out and the little plants needed some protection of like a covering, a plastic or something, so they wouldn't freeze and die. And then I woke up. So I'm not going to say that I'm ever perfect at interpretation of dreams. I just try my best and I pray about it. But I'll just share what I feel led to say about this. And I am a gardener in real life. I do garden quite a bit, as much as I can. And I just feel like God works through people, speaks through people in ways that they can understand and they're paying attention to. So I guess that's why I get garden dreams. I'm not totally sure. But so this is my interpretation that I can best come up with. The garden boxes are two small groups of Christians. The boxes are different shapes because there's no two groups that will look completely the same. Some groups will function a little differently, and that's okay, just as long as both are following God's word. One box had a large tree in it, and trees can mean leadership. So one group may have a strong leader in it, or it's possibly a small group within a church. The plants are growing Christians. They are growing despite the utter darkness everywhere. They are somehow flourishing in the darkness. These Christians were like dormant for a long time, kind of like the seeds, but just recently came to life. They were planted a long time ago, but never actually grew. The last point I see is that it's very exciting how much growth that I see in this dream, but there's also a warning that they need a covering, because there could be danger. They could die from frost, and so Jesus is our covering and protection. So I just wanted to read a couple passages here. One is from Psalm 5:11, which says, "But let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy. Spread your protection over them. that those who love your name may rejoice in you. And the other one is Psalm 91, starting at 2 to verse 6. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and a buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness. And it goes on, and it's really good, that whole chapter, but I just wanted to stop there and draw attention to where it says, the pestilence that stalks in the darkness. So pestilence can mean sickness, and I just noticed a connection here as possible. These plants, they sprung up in the midst of the darkness. And so now I start thinking about present times, how many Christians all of a sudden they spiritually came to life because of the certain sickness that went around. I don't know about you, but I've come across quite a few people that all of a sudden they have woken up and they're like, oh wow, what's going on here? And they've got their life in order, they're starting to grow, and they're actually reading their Bible and praying, and it's just really cool to see. And yeah, that's the last of it. Just wanted to share that with you. Thanks. Bye.